Hello again, fourth grade, and welcome to lesson 12-5. For this lesson, we're going to work on solving word problems that involve money. So we're going to be working with decimals and fractions, but we're going to focus more on using them to solve problems that involve money than just as numbers. Let's go ahead and watch our short video lesson, and then we'll jump into our notes and guided practice.
How can you solve word problems involving money? Think about this question during the lesson. Marcus buys a toy airplane and a toy car. How much does Marcus spend? How much more does the toy airplane cost than the toy car? You can draw or use bills and coins to solve problems involving money. What are some coins you can use to help calculate with money? Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars. What are some common denominations of bills you can use to help calculate with money? $1, $5, $10, $20, and $50. How can you find how much Marcus spends?
Select your answer.
Now, if we want to find out how much money he spent altogether, we're going to first add to find the sum because we want to know the total amount that he spent. Later on, they asked us how much more one is than the other, but that's for the second part of the question. So to find out how much he spent on both the plane and the car, we're going to add those two amounts together.
Find $3.32 plus $1.12.
Okay, now, so let's go ahead and start putting these together. So we know that the airplane was $3.32. So you can see over here at the bottom, it's starting to add up the amounts that I put. So $3, and there's 2 dimes, 3 dimes, and 2 pennies. So now we have $3.32, and the car was $1.12. So here's my $1, my nickel, or sorry, my dime. So before I put this on, let's go back for a minute. So we had the $3.32. I added $1. It made it $4.32, plus the extra 10 cents over here made it $4.42. And then I needed the extra 2 pennies to make my full $1.12 here. So $1, 10 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents. We put those all together. We have $1, 2, 3, $4, 10, 20, 30, 40 cents, 41, 42, 43, 44. So here you can see that he spent a total of $4.44 on both of those toys.
Add the bills, then count on to add each type of coin. $4 plus 40 cents plus 4 cents equals $4.44. Marcus spent $4.44. If the car were paid for by 4 quarters instead of a $1 bill, would the total be different? No, 4 quarters have the same value as $1, so the amount would be the same.
There are many combinations of bills and dollars that can be used.
How can you find out how much more the airplane costs than the car?
Now, if we want to find how much more one of them costs than the other, we're looking for the difference. So anytime you have a question that says how much more or how many fewer or what is the difference between something or between two numbers, they're always asking you to subtract. So you're going to take the higher priced item minus the lower priced item to find the difference.
Find $3.32 minus $1.12. Start with the cost of the airplane. Then subtract the cost of the car. Count the remaining bills and coins. $2 plus 20 cents equals $2.20. What does the first 2 in $2.20 represent? What does the second 2 represent? The first 2 represents 2 whole dollars. The second 2 represents 2 dimes or 20 hundredths. What does the 0 in $2.20 represent? 0 pennies or 0 hundredths. So the toy airplane costs $2.20 more than the toy car. Now you know how to solve word problems involving money.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our notes and our guided practice. Now for our notes, our question that we're focusing on is how can you solve word problems involving money? So for our first example, it says a flash drive costs $24. A customer buys 3 flash drives and pays the cashier $80. How much change will the customer get back? So first we need to know how much 3 flash drives cost, right? This is our hidden question here. After I find out how much the total cost is, then I can subtract the total cost from the $80 that he paid to figure out how much money he's going to get back as change. So first I'm going to do 24 times 3 is equal to F. F is my variable that represents the cost of 3 flash drives. So 24 times 3 is 72. So the total cost of 3 flash drives was $72. Now I can figure out how much change he's going to get back. So I'm going to take the $80 that he paid with and subtract $72, which was the cost of the flash drive, and that's going to equal C, the change that the customer is going to receive. So 80 take away 72 leaves me with 8, so the customer is going to get $8 in change. So you see we had a couple steps to do here. First, we had to identify and solve our hidden question. After we found the answer to our hidden question, we were able to use that to solve and answer the main question. For our next example, it says find $6.33 divided by 3, use bills and coins. So I drew out $6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 33 cents. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. So I looked at all of the parts of the equation, $6.33 divided by 3. Now I know I can share 33 cents into 3 equal groups. 33 divided by 3 is 11. So each one of those groups will get 11 cents. And I know I can share 6 into 3 equal groups because 6 divided by 3 is 2. So each group can get $2.11. So over here, you can see that I divided them up. Each group has $2, a dime, and a penny. $2, dime, and penny, $2, dime, and penny. So in each one of these groups, we have $2.11. So we divided the dollars by 3, that gave us 2. So $6 divided by 3 gave us $2. 30 cents, or 3 dimes divided by 3 gave us 1 dime each. And 3 pennies divided by 3 gave us 1 penny each, or 33 cents divided by 3 gave us 11 cents. Now I can check my answer by multiplying, doing the inverse operation to figure out if I can get back to my original answer. So $2.11 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. 11 times 3 is 33. I was able to get back to my $6.33. So I know that my answer is correct. I was able to find the correct answer and check it by using the inverse operation. Now for the next question, it says Carlos spent $14.38 on equipment. How much change should he receive if he paid with $20? So we need to stop and think, do I have any cents to be able to subtract? So $20, am I able to subtract $14.38 from it? I can't, because over here, $20, there's nothing in the tenths or the hundredths place. So what can I do to make it possible? How can I subtract the 38 cents? So I'm going to do what I do in any kind of subtraction question, and I'm going to borrow. I'm going to decompose my 20 into $19 and 100 cents, which is going to be the same thing as saying $19 plus another dollar in coins. And then I'm going to subtract the $14.38. So I took my $20, I pulled one of the dollars out and exchanged it for coins, for pennies. And now I have enough to be able to subtract. So I wrote it as a fraction. So 19 and 100 over 100 minus 14 and 38 over 100. Remember, because 38 cents is the same thing as saying 38 cents out of 100 cents to make a dollar. So first I used my associative property and I was able to group and use parentheses. So I took the 19 minus the 14. I took the dollar amounts first. And then I'm going to add that to whatever the difference in my change is. So the 100 cents minus the 38 cents. So 19 minus 14 gave me 5. 100 minus 38 gave me 62. So I have 5 and 62 hundredths as my answer, or $5.62. Now, what I could also do is I could stack and subtract and regroup the way I normally do with a subtraction question. The only thing you really need to pay attention to, which is the same thing we paid attention to before, is stacking by place value. And one of the easiest ways to make sure you do that is lining up your decimal points. So my $20 I put on top, my $14.38 I put underneath it. I made sure to line up those decimal points and then to drop it down into where my answer is going to be. This makes sure that my numbers are still put in the correct place value spot. Now here, if I have $20, you can ignore the decimal point right now. Once you've got everything lined up, you can pretend it isn't there. I can't do 0 minus 8, so I need to borrow. Over here, I also have a 0. Over here, I also have a 0. So I have to go all the way out to the digit that has value, which is all the way out to my 2. So my 2 is going to become 1. This first 0 is going to become a 10, and then I'm going to send a 10 over this way. So this is going to become a 9. This second 10 is going to become a 9 because I'm going to send a group of 10 over this way. So when you're borrowing across zeros, your first 0 is going to be 10. The other ones are going to be 9 until you get to a number that has value. So now I can do 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. My decimal point is already in place. 9 minus 4 is 5. And then 1 minus 1 was nothing. So again, make sure you're stacking in place value order. That's the most important thing whenever you're working with numbers. If you're doing any kind of operation, they need to be in place value order so that your answer is correct. So now you can see I stacked and subtracted. I did my borrowing the same way we do with regular numbers. So as soon as you line it up and you put that decimal point where it needs to be, you can ignore it. The same way we were doing when we were finding a common denominator. Once you find that common denominator, you can ignore it. You're just going to work with what's left with the other numbers. Now let's take a look at our guided practice. For number 1, it says write a fraction and a decimal to show the quantities, or to show how the quantities are related. So here I had a dime. So my little 10-cent coin over here. So a dime is 1/10 of a dollar, or 0.10. 3 dimes is 3/10, right? So 3/10, 3 dimes out of a whole dollar. So 3/10 or 0.3 or 0.30. When we're writing it as money, you have to have something in the hundredths place. You can't just leave it blank. So if you don't have any pennies, you're going to put that 0 as a placeholder. For number 2, we had 1 cent, we had a penny. So that's 1 out of the 100 total cents you need to make a dollar, or 0.01. This is the hundredths place. So 1/100th, we also read this as 1/100th. Make sure you put it in the hundredths place. For 3 pennies, it's going to be 3/100ths, or 0.03, or you can read this again as 3/100ths. For number 3, it says Marcus has $15. He buys a movie ticket for $11.25. How much money does he have left? So here it's very similar to the question that we did above. I have 15 whole dollars and I don't have any coins, but I need to take away $11.25. So I do have coins and change in my second question. Now what I need to, or my second number, what I need to do is I need to regroup. So instead of having 15 whole dollars, I'm going to have 14 whole dollars plus 100 cents. So that's my 100 pennies, or I could do it as 4 quarters if I wanted to. And I could take those and then do my subtraction. So if I had $14.100 minus $11.25, and I rewrote those as fractions. So 14 and 100 over 100 minus 11 and 25 over 100. will leave me with 14 minus 11 is 3, and 100 minus 25 is 75. So 3 and 75 hundredths, or $3.75. So again, you can do it this way where you're stacking and subtracting. Make sure you're lining up your decimal points, line them up in your equation, make sure you drop it down into that same spot underneath for your answer, and then just work across your numbers the same way you normally would. All right, that takes us to the end of this lesson. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, take care, fourth grade. Bye-bye.